Thank you very much. In my culture, one of the most important things I've learned from home is thanksgiving. And I think I can't start my speech without acknowledging the huge work for all the organizers, the sponsors of this wonderful event. First of all, I would like to give a great thanks to Pablo Gonzalez, CEO of Trivu, the main organizer of Unleash, and of course, I hope you are around and I will be able to give you this small gift I've brought from Barcelona. Secondly, I think one of the most important things of life is a concept of time. I promise you, none of you could be able to ask God to give you one more day that you didn't take good opportunity in this last summer. Every single minute, that Passover will never come back again. So I think the most great gift you can give me is your time. So first of all, thank you all for giving me your time to share my short experience with you. And I promise I will take very good advantage of this huge opportunity. We also need to remember that 18 years ago, 11th September of like today, one of the huge disasters of this, our modern world, took place in the United States. So I would like to make a short remembrance of all the victims of 11th September. I hope they rest in peace, all these victims. My name is Ousman Umar. I'm a Ghanaian, and I've been living in Barcelona for almost 14 years now. For me, I think to know our future, we need to know where we come from. What you can see here is my hometown, my wonderful 5-star hotel where I was born. Africa, Ghana, in the Bronx region. This is where I was born. Due to my traditions, when a woman gives birth to a child, during the process, if this woman dies, the child is normally issued to death. Because this child is normally considered a witch. I was issued to death when I was born because my biological mother died during giving birth to me. I promise you, I feel one of the most luckiest people in this earth. I hope you also feel the same. My father was the black magician. He was a tribal leader. He was supposed to issue my death, but he didn't. He ended up getting married to my aunt, who took care of me. During my childhood, I didn't have much luxury, but life was very, very funny. I really have very good remembrance of my childhood. We didn't wear shoes, but that was standard African young boy, especially Ghana, Fianso. As a child, I also needed to play, just like all children around the world. I don't have the PlayStation 5, the 6th, the 7th, the 10th, the 19th. So what do I do if I want to play? I have to manufacture my own cars, just like these great engineers we have here. As you can see from my book, you can see that I'm pointing an airplane. Everything started when, playing with my toy car, I saw this airplane fly in the sky. I took a stone, I threw it up. It falls directly over my head. Lucky it wasn't big enough. I would not be here to be able to explain this story to you. I couldn't understand why the stone wasn't able to sustain on the sky. Meanwhile, the airplane was flying. Who did that? The white man. Who is the white man? Why is he so capable to do that? And my toy car cannot even move, only just 1 centimeter. This curiosity sent me to the seaport of Ghana. Here, I started to see luxury, unused cars, and all other kind of materials. The dream of going to the white man's world keep on increasing and increasing. I left my village at the age of 9 to go and learn trade and welding in a city. I can assure you that I still have my master's degree grabbed in my hand. At the age of 12 years, I took one of the most strongest decisions of my life. Not about leaving my village, but abandoning my country, my traditions, my culture, my people, my family, seeking to get to the white man's land. Of course, I felt in the trap of the human traffickers. There's a quote says that he who runs after wealth runs away of peace. Definitely, I was running away of peace. 5 years trekking journey to cross all the north of Africa. The first trap is to cross the Sahara Desert. Out of 46 people, after 21 good days walking in the desert, only 6 of us was able to make it to Libya. Only 6 out of 46 people. In Spanish, we say there's a word that la realidad supera la ficción. The reality overcomes fiction. Once you get to Libya, I stayed for 4 good years during Muammar al-Gaddafi's dictator regime. After 4 years, I was able to raise 1,800 US dollars. Being black alive in Libya was a crime. I never realized that I was black until I get to Libya. When this military doctor told me that he can't touch my blood because a black man's blood is like a dog dog's blood. Just imagine. After these 4 years, I felt second time in the trap of these human traffickers again, because I was told that in 45 minutes from Tripoli, the capital of Libya, we will get into the paradise, Europe. I returned this 1,800 US dollars to these human traffickers. It took us 3 good months to cross from Tripoli, Tunisia, Algeria, Mauritania, Western Sahara. This is the real example. You can see that only 4 people wears life jacket. None of these people know how to swim. Still, I don't know how to swim too. I have to take this boat. I took it twice. The first attempt, Musa, my best friend, one of the people one of the 6 people we survived in the desert. About 150 people, 200 per each boat. There was 2 different boats. I was quite lucky. Musa wasn't so lucky as me. His boat sank just at the beginning, after the few kilometers. No one survived in that boat. Musa did not survive too. I hope everybody in this hall, you have friends, family, brothers. Just imagine losing someone who is just like a father, a mother, a brother in these situations. I have to return back to the coast. We stayed for almost a month in the desert before the mafia was able to get us more materials. We manufactured this second boat. In this second attempt, the same thing happened. In the middle of the sea, the second boat sank. No one in that boat survived. Sapashini, Alan Samilo, no one survived. After 24 good hours navigating without any GPS, we end up without even petrol in our boat, the last kilometers in the island of Fuerteventura. You can see these images are real. In the Second World War, most of the people also says that they didn't knew that there was this horrible situation going on in those camps. Similar thing is happening in our borders. This is what you never see in the televisions. I end up in the city of Barcelona, 24 February 2005. Spanish government gave me the right to stay in Spain because I was considered a minor. Finally, I've get to Barcelona. For me, it was the urban forest. How can I say that? This is what happens to me. 2 good months living in a cold Barcelona city. 17 years black African boy. A miracle happens one day. This woman stood up in front of me. She took me up, she cleansed me, she took me home. Hot water, hot food, for the first time after 2 months living in a street. a young 18 years young African boy, illiterate. She kissed my forehead. She put me in bed like a 5-year-old boy. This kiss shocked me. It threw me into a great shock. I cried the whole night asking, what have I done wrong to deserve this horrible experience? I get to the conclusion that I wasn't a witch as my tradition, my tribe considered me. Rather, I was a good soul to this universe. From 2005 to 2018, an African illiterate boy was able to pass through all the Spanish education system. I studied 2 years chemistry in the University of Barcelona, administration of companies, marketing for 4 years. I have my master's, my degree now, and I did 1 year postgraduate in a survey last year. I'm not telling you this to prove how much intelligent I am. I'm just telling you this to let you understand that only you trust in yourself. You can always get to the point that you always will to, only if you work hard. I'm the most stupid guy you can imagine, but I'm a hard worker, I can assure you that. So, I think my mission of being alive is to give back to society what I've achieved. My mission is to give voice to all these victims that wasn't able to make it to get to Spain, Europe, paradise, to explain their story. And my second mission is to work in the origin of the problem to avoid that future victims will fall into this hell. Here's where I created my own NGO called the NASCO Feeding Minds. Don't feed my stomach, feed my mind. With my own resources, I bought 45 computers. I hired 2 teachers. I established the first ICT lab 2012. 850 students we started. Right now, we have more than 8 ICT centers, 23 different schools are using our centers. More than 15,000 people have passed through our ICT centers. Our mission is to give them access to information, education. The solution to migration is not here in Madrid, it's not in Europe, neither is in the sea. When they get to the sea, the battle is lost. The solution is in Africa. To avoid them to take this risk, and I promise you, if they have the right information, they will think twice before risking their life in this. Many more other projects have been taken by the NASCO Feeding Minds initiative. We are all volunteers, no any institutional support. It's just people like each and every one of you giving us their support, their trust, being partners of our organization through our website, and of course, the selling of this book is to sustain our project. You can see last 2017, the United Nations ITU, International Telecommunication Union, gave us an award. But NASCO, my junior brother, who is the CEO of NASCO in Ghana, came to receive the award with me in Switzerland. Imagine how long did it take him from Ghana to Switzerland? 5 hours. Only 5 hours. Versus the 5 years trekking journey it took me to get here. He didn't jump the bad wire in Melilla and Ceuta. Neither he took a small boat. The Pope invited me last year because he wanted to know the reality of this situation. The Queen Elizabeth gave us a recognition as the social entrepreneurs in the Commonwealth. The prize was to take a master's degree in Cambridge. I was studying in a Southern. I gave the opportunity to my junior brother, whom here's the certificate of accomplishment in Cambridge. I think it's our choice to be the change we want to see in our world. I have taken the opportunity. Each and every one of you could make it happen. Stop criticizing and accusing the others. Let's take action now. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. And if you can't walk, crawl. But always keep walking. Thank you.